Welcome dreamers, I'm trying to do something new here, and that is to have some readings that are a lot shorter than my usual readings that can go on for 20 to 40 minutes. I know that some of you don't want to sit through long readings, you just want me to get right to it, you want to know what the future brings, you haven't got a lot of time. So occasionally I'll have these readings that will be short. Let's see how it goes. Tell me how you feel about these readings. If you would like me to do more of them, I will still be doing my longer readings. Thank you so much for joining me. The timestamps are in the description box, and I'll see you in your group. Welcome group 1, let's get right to it. Let's look at where you are in all of this. You're going into this believing that a relationship should be about give and take in equal amounts. This is very important to you because you feel that is connected to respect. You see a relationship as a team, making each other's lives easier. You want someone that will carry their fair share of the weight and not burden you with even more responsibility. It took a bit of courage for you to enter into this relationship, but you feel very strongly about giving this a chance. Feeling quite confident in yourself, perhaps more than you have in a while. I see courage, passion, and confidence. You've decided, I'm going to give this a shot. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to go into it and see if it can lead to something deeper. So you are hopeful, and yet at the same time, you don't have really very high expectations yet. You are not putting pressure on this new relationship. There is something that happened before this new relationship. You might have been betrayed in a previous one. The hurt and disappointment is still there, and it is something you still have to deal with. I can see that you have moved on, but there is still some more work you need to do before you are truly over that. Let's look at this person's ideas about this new relationship. It kind of clashes with your approach. I feel this person wants to have the upper hand and can even be a bit passive-aggressive at times. You might already have noticed some of that. It's something I saw immediately, this clash. This is something to pay attention to, okay? This is somebody who likes to be in control, that likes to rush forward and gets things to go the way they want. This person has a lot of willpower. I feel this person charged into your life, possibly swept you off your feet. Despite what we just saw, I do feel that this person is serious about having a relationship and feels most content and fulfilled when he or she is part of a unit, part of a relationship. So I don't feel the intentions are bad, but keep an eye on that, these different views. This new person really needs to let go of negative energy. There is some of that which could be related to something that happened in his or her recent past. That is something this person needs to work on and heal from, regardless of what happened. And I believe there was some malicious stuff in the past with a lot of drama and jealousy. But ultimately, this person needs to focus on healing himself or herself. Let's look at what you have going on in this relationship. Overwhelmingly, this is having a positive impact on the both of you. It's brought changes into your lives. That's been good. There is a feeling of destiny, like the two of you are meant to be together. There's an affinity, like a soulmate type of connection. You both felt it from the start. You fell for each other very fast, and things have been moving forward at a rapid pace. It's very exciting. Both of you are excited about it and infatuated with each other. Here we have another card indicating that this relationship is very exciting and that you are both very attracted to each other. You find each other sexy. It might even be that you will travel together, that you both enjoy weekend getaways. The flames of passion are very intense and you feel very free-spirited. You both have been swept off your feet. This shows the two of you growing together, and there's this combination of almost like opposites that nonetheless complement each other. Let's look at the challenges of this relationship. You've got to make sure that the two of you find a balance in this. Both need to put effort into it. You have to be honest with yourselves and each other about the shortcomings of your relationship so that you can work on it, because what you put in is what you get out. That imbalance that we saw earlier, that clash, that is going to be a contentious issue that you will have to work on. The challenge is also that when you have that going on, when you clash, you both withdraw. It can be beneficial if you both use that time to ask yourselves how much of the problem you are responsible for, and then coming back together to work things out. If the two of you work on this relationship, it can be a happy and successful one, and both of you get what you want from it. When you withdraw, it needs to be with the intention of finding solutions and then working on that. Direct your energy towards building on this relationship, resolving issues rather than becoming distracted in ways that lead to the destruction of the relationship. Okay, the immediate outcome. This relationship can blossom into something wonderful and beautiful that brings a lot of joy into your lives. And as the relationship grows, the loyalty between the two of you will also become deeper. So this passion I saw earlier, it will develop into something more solid. I see that the two of you will be able to keep the fun in the relationship. It won't become boring when you become more settled. You will keep a light-hearted element to it. This is something to be a bit cautious of. I've seen previously that there are things that you still need to resolve, and so does this new person. So it's very important that these issues are resolved or they will spill over into the relationship. I feel that is especially true with this new partner. You each have to guard against making each other pay for the mistakes of your predecessors. Don't allow the past to sour your future. This is telling you in no uncertain terms that you need to let go of the past. Maybe you think that you have, but this is saying that you haven't completely. One of you, but most likely both of you, still have some things from the past that you still are holding on to that you need to let go of. It can poison this relationship if you don't let go of it. Forgive what has been done to you in the past because it is holding you back. It won't bring joy into your life. Move away from that. Move into the future. Take good care of yourself. Bye. Okay, group 2, let's see how you feel about this new relationship. You feel that this is someone that you can have a life with, someone that will fit in with your family and friends, and that you can see yourself settling down with. You have some fears about the relationship. There are things that you are very worried about, especially when you are alone at night. You find yourself thinking about these things instead of sleeping. Nevertheless, you are going ahead with this because you feel that this person can be a good partner. This person is caring and kind and has a lot of the qualities that you want in a partner. Listen, you can trust your gut. That inner voice, you can listen to it and trust it. You have pretty good intuition. Any messages that come to you, signs that come your way, it is not coincidence. Listen to them. Let's see what this person thinks. And this is someone who is very dedicated. When they start seeing someone, they are willing to give it a fair chance to see where it might go. This person is a bit unsure about the relationship, a bit confused. There's uncertainty here. I feel that your new love has some questions about you and this relationship. Some things that he or she needs clarity about. Even so, this person is hopeful that this can work out and is optimistic. And like you, is open as to where this will lead to. So you both have some concerns, but you both want to give it a shot anyway. There are some things that this new love will have to look at deeper to find the answers. Why does he or she feel unsure still? Okay, just as you have to trust your intuition and work on that, this new person needs to work a bit on him or herself as well. Let's look at what this relationship has going for itself. The two of you do feel a deep connection and that you were meant to meet. Things are pretty good when you are together. You really enjoy each other's company. There's a gentleness between the two of you, a lot of sweetness. It's romantic and you are falling in love. You are both satisfied with the way things are progressing. You might be overindulgent together, spoiling each other, perhaps overspending. There's also a very sensual element to all of this. You have to pay attention to where your focus is in this relationship. Make sure you focus on the positive. Make sure this relationship is in alignment with other aspects of your life. Let's look at the challenges you are facing in this relationship. You are falling in love and enjoying each other's company, but try not to overanalyze things. Don't overthink everything, and be especially careful that one or both of you aren't too critical of the other. Don't force this into what you think this should be or force things to be a certain way. One or both of you might have some very set ideas on how this relationship should be, but that won't be good for either one of you. Maybe that is where the clashes come in. Let it be what it is and let things develop naturally over time. It seems like this relationship came about very fast. I kind of feel that it started with the emotions and both of you liking each other, but both have doubts and concerns. Both of you are wondering if you can actually make this work. Okay, there is something missing here. It is like you either feel or fear that you are losing parts of yourself. Both of you might feel this way, that you are losing yourself in the relationship, or you fear losing yourself in the relationship, or that you are giving things up that you don't really want to. Let's look at the immediate outcome. I actually see one of two possible outcomes here. One or both of you feel that you have to constantly work to try to keep the other happy, and that might be linked to this. And that might lead to the two of you deciding to go your separate ways. If that is the case, I don't see either one of you being bitter about it. If it doesn't work out, I don't see you being sad about it. Well, maybe sad, but not crushed. It will be a case of, okay, that was an interesting experience, but I'm going to be okay. There are other things in your life. The other possible outcome is that, yes, you will feel overburdened, that you have to work too hard to keep the other person happy, but the two of you can resolve that and move away from that. If you are both willing to let go of unreasonable expectations, then you can definitely find true happiness together. But regardless of which way it turns out, I see you being happy with the outcome. I don't see tears should things not work out. You will see this as a learning experience. There are things that happened in a past relationship that you will be able to understand better through this new relationship. But even if the two of you do go your separate ways, you will both feel that you gained something from this experience. You will help each other grow regardless of whether or not this relationship is a short-term thing or if it goes the distance. Thank you, Group 2. Welcome, Group 3. Let's see how you feel about this new love. You've had some interest in and from other people as well, but it took a while to decide to get into this relationship. You were cautious, but you decided to give it a chance and to go for it. It seems that you are an independent, strong-willed kind of person, focused on building or trying to build something for yourself. This person appears to support you in that, and this is something you find appealing. Your new love fits in with your circle of friends. You all enjoy going out together and just having fun. Look for signs around you. Signs and messages will be coming your way regarding this relationship. Pay attention to that. Don't ignore the signs. This new person is just getting over a disappointment in love. It's something that went wrong there that was very hard, caused him or her a lot of heartache, but they are trying to move on from that, to let go of the past and look to the future. Okay, so this person is still struggling with those feelings of being let down and feeling rejected. I don't feel it's only about being removed from that previous relationship, but also from the people he or she knew through the ex-partner. So those hurt feelings and the feelings of loss and loneliness are still there. Well, this new person isn't completely blameless and innocent when it comes to what went wrong in the previous relationship, but we've got someone here who still hasn't gotten to that point of realizing and accepting his or her role in the failure of that relationship. So that is a bit of a concern because this person still hasn't learned from this. It can be that he or she still is too overwhelmed by all of that. This new love needs to learn how to ground their energy, but that can't happen unless and until they let go of the past. And as we've seen, this person hasn't been able to entirely let go of the past yet, which is also why he or she doesn't feel very connected to their higher self yet, because there is still that thing of being stuck, a bit in the past. Let's look at what this relationship has going for itself. The two of you are supportive of each other's goals and dreams. This is indeed someone that will encourage you to go after your dreams. That is one of the strong points in this relationship. You cheer each other on and you are happy for the other's success. It's kind of like you see the other person's success as yours as well. You are both very kind and loving towards each other. There is quite a lot of passion and romance in this relationship. You are both very active in creating that romance. Okay, so we've got these positive aspects of the relationship, but at the same time, there is something about this that reminds you of something you've experienced before. You are going to have to figure out what that is because there is something repeating itself over here. Let's look at some of the challenges you are facing. I feel that this is not so much the situation as it is someone else, someone outside of the relationship, someone very jealous of your relationship, rather mean-spirited and manipulative. And you will have to watch out for this person who is not in favor of this relationship. I'm not sure if this is an ex. If it is, then it is the ex of your new partner. I feel that this person doesn't actually want your new love back, but doesn't want someone else to have him or her either. If it hasn't already put strain on this new relationship, then it will soon enough. I sense that this is something that this other person is deliberately orchestrating. I do feel this is someone outside of the relationship interfering. There is going to be some big drama, unfortunately. It will cause arguments. I feel that this is what we saw earlier as well. The past is in the present. This is what I feel is going to go on here. It is very much a challenge of the relationship. Someone from the past, and this person will cause significant problems for the two of you. This is definitely a threat to the new love. It will cause a disruption, but what the two of you will be asking yourselves is what to do about it. Do you confront the person or ignore the troublemaker? As the immediate outcome, talking about roughly the first 3 months, I see that this is actually going to cause chaos in the relationship. But then it will spark a lot of passion between the two of you. Whoever is causing these problems, it's going to backfire. This new love will see this ex for what he or she really is. The result is that this relationship between the two of you will become more passionate, fiery. This new love will know what they really want. When all of this comes to the fore, this new love of yours will reclaim his or her power from their ex. Take control of their life after all of this interference. It will lead to true healing and moving forward. And that is good for your relationship. Group 3, thank you for joining me. Welcome, Group 4. Let's look at where you are in all of this. This love came to you quite unexpectedly. You feel very fortunate that it did come your way. It was very sudden. You're a little bit possessive of your time with this new love, holding back and not ready to share this person with other people. Not yet. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time with other people as a couple. You prefer to have one-on-one time for now with this new love of yours. Part of the reason for that is that you probably waited a long time to find someone you liked. There is also people who are very interested in this new relationship and talking about it more than is the norm. You want this new relationship, but now it is time to prioritize it. Place your focus on where it needs to go instead of being distracted by things that don't contribute to your happiness. Maybe people talking about this relationship are distracting from it. And now let's see how this person feels about the relationship. This new love feels that they deserve to have met you and to be with you. They feel that they've been through a lot and this is their reward. They think it is only fair because they've earned some happiness. Part of the reason this person feels this way is because they've had to fight for their happiness, to finally have the kind of relationship they want and to be loved. This person has had to face a lot of odds. It seems they've had a lot of conflict in their search for love. Whereas you just want this person to yourself for now, this person on the other hand wants to take you out and be amongst his or her family and friends and also around yours. There is a feeling of celebration. This person is very happy about the relationship. For this person, this is a whole awakening. They are letting go of what didn't work out for them in the past. During this time, they will release the past and let go of the old and step into the light. Now let's look at what this new relationship has going for itself. This is usually a card that would indicate deceit, cheating possibly, not being very honest. In this position, I would say that there might have been some of that before the two of you were able to come together. There might have been some lies, some ugliness. Whether that was to try and keep the two of you apart, or maybe you experienced that before meeting, I feel there might have been some sneaky person or persons that were in the way of the two of you being together. But there's a mutual kindness towards one another and a supportive energy. There's real kindness in this relationship. You two will stand by each other. This is a relationship where both of you give as much as you receive. So just looking here again, it feels that if there was some deception from the outside, the two of you trusted in each other enough for that ugliness not to touch this new relationship. You are very happily looking to the future. That is one of the strong points in this relationship. I don't know what interference you might have experienced, but I feel the reason that you two were able to overcome that is due to that ability to look to the future and not to be distracted too much by the ugliness. And this is the start of a whole new cycle, a new chapter in both of your lives. Sticking together, there's something that tried to tear the two of you apart, but you kept your focus on what you wanted. There was some sadness for the both of you at one point, and some doubts as to whether you will be able to be together in the way you wanted. There was a rough time before that, but you didn't give up. This new relationship means a lot to the both of you. Let's look at the challenges you face in the relationship. This is quite heavy. There are some things that will end as this relationship begins. There are things that the two of you will have to let go of, people perhaps. Letting go is so that the two of you can have a healthy balance in this relationship. There are things that aren't good for either one of you or for this relationship, but it is still hard for some reason to completely let go. It no longer serves a purpose in your lives though. You will have to let go of all of that, because it is making it harder for the two of you to have enough time together. So find that balance so that you can have more time together. You will have to find the courage to do that, to say no to certain demands and people who want more from you than you can give. You need to free up time for each other. Give more energy to this relationship instead of things that no longer bring anything positive to your lives. This relationship will change you to the very core. But first, you will have to find more time for each other. You will never be the same again once you step into this relationship. It will have a profound impact on you. It's worth the effort. Looking at the outcome of this relationship, and this is more of an immediate outcome rather than a long-term one. I said earlier that it seems people are talking about this relationship. I feel that this will still be going on in the foreseeable future. For whatever reason, people will be talking about it, gossiping about the relationship, or even judging it. Whatever that is about. But as long as the two of you have open and honest communication with each other, things will be fine. You can't control other people. You can control how the two of you relate to each other and how you react or don't to other people's opinions. What I'm seeing here is great potential for the two of you to have a very stable and happy life together. A life with a lot of emotional security. A happy home with the two of you being able to rely and lean on each other. I don't know why there are some people talking about this relationship, but what I'm seeing here is a relationship with two people who are devoted to each other, very caring and committed to making this work. I feel the way you will overcome whatever negative things other people will try to bring into the relationship, you will overcome that through love. You will defeat the darkness by letting in the light. Whatever damage others have inflicted on the two of you through judgment and gossip, you will not allow that to poison what the two of you have together. You've got some things to overcome here, but the love is there. I feel for both of you, it has possibly been a while since you felt loved. So it's worth working on the challenges and making things even better. Group 4, thank you for joining me.